All right, there we go.
Camera, lights, action.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I've been super excited about this, and we're gonna make shredded chicken lettuce folds with hoisin and sesame seed oil. So here's the little things we need to get started. You need, of course, a hot pan. We have some ginger, garlic, some onions. I've added some carrots and celery to our, just because I want to bulk up our vegetables. Some shredded chicken from the legs. I like the legs more because they don't get as dry, and there's a little bit more of a fat presence in the meats, which is pretty nice. Then we also have some sliced green onions. We're gonna a little bit of coriander stalks, a little bit of chilies, sesame seed oil, soy, and some hoisin. So how we're gonna get started is start off with a little bit of sesame seed oil, about 2 tablespoons roughly. Take it off the heat, it's a little hot. I'm just gonna let it cool down for a sec. Then I'm gonna add some garlic, ginger. This dish is fast, maybe 15 minutes to make. So keep it on, I'll leave the heat on medium now, and just let things color, keep it moving. You want to what's called sweat the dish. You want it where the vegetables release some of the moisture, and the best way to do it is now what you do is you add a little pinch of salt, and that helps release some of the moisture inside the vegetables. While that browns away, you can start seeing some of the onions and the garlic, the celery are starting to get a little bit of color. You're gonna add the carrots and celery. Again, just mixing. I'm gonna coat these. And just give it a few minutes. Don't have to mix it around too much. Let some color happen. Let those carrots caramelize, the onions caramelize, and really develop those flavors. All right. What I look for now is when you look at your vegetables in here, you can see some of the carrots and the celery, they're starting to look a little moisture on the surface. They're starting to look a little translucent. That's when you know you can start adding your chicken. And so spread out the chicken. Oh, I turned up the heat's now back up to medium high. So I want this chicken to really sweat, get it going. I had the pan really, really hot when I first started, so I didn't want anything to burn. So I'm just getting it back up to get it up to temperature again. And then we're going to cook the chicken right through. So about pretty much 90%. So you want it to not see any more pink. And then the steam from the sauces will help finish it right off. All right, that's just a minute away. It's starting to get there. The chicken's starting to turn white. And you want to hear a good cracking sound, like get the pan really roaring. You want to start, when the sauces hit, what you want is to make sure all the juices start condensing. And you want this as dry as you can, because it's not like a wet, sloppy sort of dish. It's all the juices are cooked well through, everything's reduced, and there's no sauces floating around. I didn't use a lot of oil. If you notice, I just sort of kept it. All you want to do is that sesame seed oil. It's just there for a burst of flavor that just infuses in everything. It's great. So it's pretty low fat, and we're gonna use some sauces that have a bit of sugars and what have you in it. But for the most part, I think this dish is pretty decent for you. All right. So now, as you can see, the chicken is about 90% done. No real pink spots. Almost there. To that, I'm going to add the. So let's talk about coriander stems. Everyone throws them out, and it kills me. They're like the best part. What I did is I basically took all the leaves off of the coriander, lined up all the stems, and then just chopped them up. And I'm going to throw them into that. And this is just packed with flavor. If you like coriander or cilantro, don't throw them out. Add them to your stuff, and it'll just give this huge influx of coriander flavor to it. They get mixed in. Then you have some chilies. You like a little bit of Bam. If you like more Bam, Michelle, you know what? You just add more chilies. I know how you like your heat sometimes. You get a little... I know you. I know.
Yes, you do.
I know you. I know. Okay, so our chilies are in there. This is starting to smell crazy. I'm getting like that huge sesame seed smell. Lots of the veggies are really coming through, and that chili now has come through, and that coriander is like a kapow in the face. Now, we're gonna add a little bit of, roughly about 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. And it coats. And then add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Again, not a lot. Really, this dish is a dry mixture. At the end, this is done when the mix is basically has all cooked off, all the moisture is cooked off. What's happening now, the carrots are steaming in the soy sauce and hoisin. So everything's just becoming nice and malleable to this. While that's going, you still have to add a little bit of green onion, but I want to show you something really quick over here. We have to make our little radish, it's called a fridge pickle. Really, it's like the simplest thing in the world. About 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, a generous pinch of sugar, or not so. If you like a more sour pickle, so you don't have to put less sugar. And then what I'm going to finish it with is just a little pinch of salt. Just mix that up, get your hands in there, and really squish it. See what I'm doing here? You're really working the vinegar in, the sugar in, working the salt in. And it's already turning color. Look how pink and pretty that's already getting.
Oh
and
my
then just squeeze it. See that? Just squeeze it, murder it. All right. Now leave it alone. Let it amend to its wounds. Back over here, our chicken mixture is almost dry. You can see that there's only a little bit of moisture left. We're going to let that go for another few more minutes. Let it boil down dry. Now is a good time to throw in some green onion. Green onion adds a nice green, fresh flavor to this. And I put that on everything. I do. Okay. That is about 2 minutes away. Last thing I want to show you as we build this, I use iceberg lettuce for this for 2 reasons. One, I love the water content in this, and the natural bowl effect that it has. And the other one is, it's a firm lettuce, so you can actually build something in this and it won't fall through, or the heat won't destroy the leaf. It'll give a nice grip to it. So these things have a root. Easiest thing to do, bang them in the middle.
No way.
Stick your fingers right in the middle, and the little root comes right out. You can keep that. That's still pretty good. I'm going to hold on to that for my salad, for me and Steph's salad tomorrow. Stick your 2 thumbs in the middle. Bust it open.
Wow.
Now, here's the fun part. Pick the nice leaves. So I'm going to go through and say, okay, I like this one. You want some nice, you have to be gentle with this part. So nice cups. You got that. Take some of that. And you can still make a little one with that, but you got these cups. There's another little cup. There's another little cup. You could have a little baby one. There's no rules. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. All right. So turn this over here for now. So yeah, I'll turn that over. Makes a little better presentation to this. Then I add the pickles to here. This is going to be a shared platter. So me and Steph will sit down together and it's like a make your own sort of little adventure. Then, you see all the moisture is pretty much almost all gone. I can't tell you this enough. Always, 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 you got to taste it. You got to see what it's like. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think I might, for our taste, I think a little hint of hoisin a little more, but otherwise, taste it. See what you like. If you want a little more chilies in there, Michelle, right? You put that in there. If you want, you want more soy sauce, you need more salt, put it in there. This is your dish. This is just a guideline. That's it. I'm going to put a little dash of hoisin because, that's just how it means. Step roll. Mix it up. And as you can see, the water is pretty much all evaporated out of this pan. It's all pretty dry now. And then we're going to put it right into the plate.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
And that's a nice little plate for 2. I'm still going to finish. We'll doctor this up with little sesame seeds. A little bit of green onion. I put the rest green onion on one side as like a garnish. Then I have my coriander that I picked. I put that over here. So if one of your guests, basically this is what you'd have, how this would work. You would take a nice lettuce leaf, something that's, about that. So it has a nice bottom. You get a spoon. Take a little scoop of your chicken mix, or a lot of your chicken mix. Okay, and then you add a little bit of your pickled radishes. I love coriander, so I load that up. A little bit of green onion. And then you just devour this thing. Roll it up between your hand. You got yourself like a little, and then you just feed yourself like this. That's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's nice. It's like, feels like summer. I feel like I'm eating healthy, yet I'm still eating the food I wanted. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's it. Any questions?
I just want to be able to comment that this is why I'm a big believer that there's no, why restrict yourself on a diet when clearly food like this hardly has, it's so healthy and nutritious. And everybody, it's good.
Looks yummy.
Loved it.
Wow.
That was really good. Easy
That's
to make.
really good. And
10 to 15 minutes, right? That took nothing. I mean, other than to cut everything. Maybe it took about half an hour to dice everything up and get it ready. But I bought, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, so they were nice and easy to slice up, and everything just seemed to come together in about half an hour. That's it.
I just have a question. What's the point of making that there's like no water left in the pan? What's the reason for that?
Is I want to reduce all that flavor. If you cook it down, it gets more intense flavor. So that soy increases its soy flavor. The hoisin increases its. I don't want to dilute it in water, so I want all that moisture to stick to everything. So if there's no water, then it's just loose flavor running around all blah blah blah, blah, right? You tighten it all up, reduce it, all that sticking together, and it really intensifies the flavor of the chicken mix.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was super cool. It's really fun. You know, I definitely give this a try. Like I said, the only difference I did differently than the recipe I gave you guys was I added some carrots and celery just to bulk up some veggies. So what I gave you was the original recipe, which I've been using, but I wanted some extra carrots and celery just for, I love get that stuff in me as much as I can.
Totally. You mentioned cilantro and coriander, but I'm the one that carries the gene that like not a lot of people do, but when I have cilantro, it tastes like soap.
Yep. Right? Use Italian parsley if that's what the
parsley
can replace it. But just a fresh Italian parsley, the one with the big leaves, same application. It still will give you the fresh aspect to this dish that the coriander does. It just will be a different flavor profile. Not a big. I'd rather do that and enjoy it than something that tastes like soap.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm one of those, but it's all good.
I'm sorry, Michelle. That's cruel. And it's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right.
Awesome.
I'm over it. So yeah, I hope you guys try it. Let me know. If you do try it, please let me know. Let Michelle know. I'd love to know what you thought. And my golden rule is, if you don't take pictures, never happens. Never happens. I want pictures. All
Definitely.
Right? All right. Thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart for coming to this. Michelle, thank you for setting this up. You're amazing. Thank you for everything you've done for me in my life and all this stuff.
Likewise.
It's for everyone, but it's like a PG-rated show, so I won't. Thank you, everyone.